morning all of you. Good morning students. In our previous lectures we have seen that what are atoms and molecules. So you know very well now what are atoms, and these are tiniest particle of matter, that also we have seen, and I have described the definition here. Again, what is molecule, that also we have seen here. Yes, so what is atom? I will explain in brief. It is the tiniest particle of any matter, means if it is any matter and it is the tiniest particle, further it is divided, but one state will be acquired here for this particle. At this state it is not able to divide. Okay, so this state is called atom. And our molecule, what is molecule? It is the tiniest particle of compound. It is the tiniest particle of compound, and atom is the tiniest particle of element, and it is the tiniest particle of compound. That we have seen here, example oxygen, hydrogen, and any metal, aluminium, etc. Here H2O, carbon dioxide, that we have seen here. Here pure element, it is atom is related to pure form of element, and here compound. Compound means mixture of atoms or two or more atoms. मतलब यहाँ पर compound बनाने के लिए एक से ज़्यादा, मतलब टू और टू से भी ज़्यादा atom mix करके हम compound बनाते हैं. Yes, and this smallest particle, tiniest particle of this compound is called molecule. It is called molecule. That we have seen that day. So you have cleared now this concept. Okay. So we will go to our next topic. We have to learn in this chapter properties of atoms and molecules, and properties of chemical reaction, that we have to learn at first. Okay. So if there is a combination, what is compound? Compound means mixture of two or three or more atoms. Mixture of two or three or more than three also we can combine here. Example, calcium carbonate. Here calcium, carbon and oxygen is combined here. Different atoms are combined here to form calcium carbonate compound. But how it is combined? कैसे combine हुए हैं? ये combine हुए हैं by the chemical reaction. It is combined here. By the chemical reaction it is combined. So you have seen your previous standard. What is physical combination and what is chemical combination? Physical combination, just we have mixed that element and we can separate out it by the physical method. If there is a mixture of sand and iron filings, small pieces of iron, we can easily separate out it. By the magnet, by using the magnet, we can separate the iron pieces. So this was the only mixture. But when we are thinking about chemical reaction, here chemical reaction is happened. That's why the original properties of that elements are get changed. Means calcium is different, but in calcium carbonate it is not in its original form. Now chemical reaction is happened here. So if there are chemical changes, if there are combinations, there are some rules that also I have mentioned. One example, that cooking is also chemical reaction. In cooking, while we are making some recipes, cook recipe by using fire, there is a chemical reaction happen. When we are making any recipe, the ingredients we are using, it must be in definite proportion, that you know very well. Yes, means there are some rules to use that atoms. How much each element can be used in each combination, that is definite proportion must be there. So every combination is followed compounds are discovered in 18th century, there were various experiments done by performed by the scientists at that time. And one scientist, Lavoisier and Joseph Proust, the both scientists have did experiment, had done experiment there, and by their experiment they have derived two rules for the chemical reaction. So which are that rules? So we will see laws of chemical combination. We will see now laws of chemical combination. So under this topic we will learn two laws. So one law is related to mass of the reactant. Reactant means what we are getting to, what we are going to react. And what is the product? Product means after chemical reaction of the reactant is A plus B. These are the original elements that we are going to combine here by the chemical combination process. And then one product is formed here, suppose X, or more than X also, more than one product also be here. So these are called reactant and these are called product here. So when we are going to react any reactant, so what will happen here? We will see. So first rule is related to the mass of that reactant and mass of that product. And second rule is related to its constant proportion. Constant proportion. Constant proportion. So these two rules we will see here. First is related to mass. So what is that rule? It is mentioned in your book. If you are having book, so please underline this law. Law of conservation of mass states that on the page number 32, at the end of this topic, end of this activity, the law is given. Mass can neither be created and nor destroyed in a chemical reaction. Mass can neither be created and nor destroyed. Means the mass of reactant is A and B. If it is reacted and the product X plus Y is occurred here by the chemical reaction. When we got the product here, these are reactants, and these are products. So what does the law state? First law, mass can be neither created nor destroyed in the chemical reaction. During chemical reaction, mass of reactant and mass of product neither be created nor destroyed. Means the mass of reactant is equal to the mass of products even after chemical reaction happened here. केमिकल रिएक्शन होने के बाद भी रिएक्टर का मास जितना था उतना ही प्रोडक्ट का मास रहेगा. ये फर्स्ट रूल है किसका? लॉज ऑफ केमिकल कॉम्बिनेशन के अंदर. द फर्स्ट लॉ इज सेड दैट मास इज नाइदर क्रिएटेड नॉट क्रिएटेड मींस वो बढ़ेगा भी नहीं और डिस्ट्रॉयड मींस वो कम भी नहीं होगा, घटेगा भी नहीं. समझ में आया? व्हाट इज मीन बाय क्रिएटेड? इससे ज्यादा भी नहीं होगा, मींस ग्रेट भी नहीं होगा, और नॉट डिस्ट्रॉयड मींस उससे कम भी नहीं होगा. सपोज आई विल गिव वन एग्जांपल. सपोज वी हैव one mastic. This is mastic and I have burned it. What will happen here? After burning, stick will remain here. It is burn stick. And this is the vapors or gases released by this burning process. Burning here, no doubt here chemical reaction is happened. Here chemical reaction, because this at the top of this mastic, the material is best here. What is the material is here present here? It is one type of compound of phosphorus, red phosphorus. And when we burn it, then no chemical reaction is happened here. Oxidation process is happened, and here some gases are released. So what is meant by the first rule? By applying the first rule here, when we take out the mass of this original before burning this mastic, the mass suppose is x and its mass is y. So what will be here according to this rule? After burning also, the mass of x is equal to mass of y. These both mass are equal. Because what happened here? Mass is neither created nor destroyed. Only it is in the form of energy. It is released in the form of energy. Sometimes mass can be exchanged. Mass can be exchanged in the form of energy. You will learn in your next standard, energy and mass, they are interchangeable. Mass is get converted into energy here. Gases are released and heat energy is released also here. So mass is get converted here into in the form of energy. But the original mass is same of this reactant and that product. Okay? Are you clear by this example? So again I will give an example. So we are seeing this first law here. So water, I will take water. Yes, and this water I am taking from different sources. Pond water, well water, river water. Everywhere water is there. Sea water, that different type of water I have taken. But everywhere we will get the chemical formula H2O. Yes, and here how the H2O is formed? By the combination of hydrogen. And oxygen. Hydrogen and oxygen never we can write in singular form H2O, because these are bimolecular. We are learning. We will learn in our further study. These are biatomic. It is also biatomic. Means दो एटम से ये मॉलिक्यूल बनता है. ऑक्सीजन भी दो एटम से बनता है. That's why we are writing H2 and O2. When H2 and O2 is combined here, what will we get? H2O. क्या मिलेगा हमको? H2O मिलेगा. तो ये रूल क्या कहता है? What is the rule say? What is that rule? It is balanced reaction. Okay, because here we have used 2 hydrogen and here also 2 hydrogen, but oxygen only 1 atom we have used, and here 2 atom we have to write, but we can't divide it as a half molecule. That's why whole molecule I have taken here oxygen, so that 2 molecules of hydrogen I have taken and 1 molecule of oxygen I have taken here. Okay, so mass of reactant, means hydrogen and oxygen separately, we have taken mass of it. Suppose it is M1, and after the chemical reaction, mass of H2 is M2. So both M1 and M2 are equal after the chemical reaction. Means here mass of hydrogen and plus oxygen separately before combination is equal to the mass of product after combination when it is converted into water. Okay, so this is the first law of chemical combination. Always it is equal. So one activity is given in your textbook. So you know very well what is conical flask. It is conical flask is given here, and one test tube is given given here, and this test tube is tied by thread here for the hanging, for its hanging, means it will not get tilted or it will not get slanted, because so that the chemical from this test tube will not get mixed before we will take the weight. I will explain it again. We are seeing the activity. What is in this activity? I will erase this now. Okay. For this activity, I have taken one conical flask. यहाँ पर मैंने conical flask लिया है, उसमें एक केमिकल लिया है और एक टेस्ट ट्यूब ली है, उसमें भी एक केमिकल है। दोनों भी सीधे रहने के लिए इसमें जो केमिकल है वो नीचे ना गिरे, मिक्स ना हो जाए बिफोर केमिकल रिएक्शन। That's why we have tie this test tube here by the thread, and one core is fitted at the mouth of this conical flask. In that test tube and in that conical flask, we can take a different type of chemicals for our different experiment. So in our first experiment, what we will take here? Here three options are given: copper sulfate and sodium carbonate. First option. Second is barium chloride and sodium sulfate. It is the second option. Third one is lead nitrate and sodium chloride. We will take here first copper sulfate. Chemical formula of copper sulfate is CuSO4 plus sodium carbonate. Carbonate is having valency -2. That I have given you chart before your vacation. I have given the chart that and I told you learn that valencies of that groups also and the of that elements also. So if you learn the valencies and the name of elements, you will understand. So sodium is having valency 1 and carbonate is having valency -2 charge and 2 valency. So that we have to take here 2 atoms of sodium. So we have to combine this. So in this test tube we have considered here X and we have considered here Y. Yes, X plus Y. This reactant we have considered here as a X and this reactant we have considered here as a Y. So in test tube we have taken X solution, X chemical, and in the conical flask we have taken here Y chemical. So what will be the first step of this experiment? We have to take weight of this whole apparatus that we have made here before your combination. मतलब ये combine करने से पहले दोनों केमिकल को केमिकल रिएक्शन के लिए कंबाइन करने से पहले हमको इसका वेट लेना है, दैट इज M1. ये ले लिया हमने M1 इज इक्वल टू सपोज ये वेट हो गया M1 ग्राम बिफोर एक्सपेरिमेंट. इट इज बिफोर एक्सपेरिमेंट. Now we will do the reaction by inverting this conical flask. This chemical from this test tube will get removed and it will get mixed in this Y. Means here X plus Y will be combined. Okay? X और Y यहाँ पर क्या हो जाएंगे? उल्टा कर दिए तो combine होगा. उसको अच्छे से shake करना है. उसको क्या करना है? Shake करना है. We have to shake it properly. And after shaking there will be the chemical reaction. So this chemical reaction actually we will see here what will happen. X chemical was copper sulfate and Y chemical was sodium carbonate. So how it will combine? This is the positive charge, this is the negative charge, this is again positive charge and this is negative charge. Yes, so here two negative charges, it's having carbonate and sulfate. Copper is having two positive but weight of this product. So after chemical reaction, the weight of product, that is M2, we will take, and here the closed container, because of that cause all the reaction is happened in the closed container. That's why no one gas is released and no one chemical is fed outside that conical flask. All the chemicals, all the reaction is inside that airtight container. So here what we observe, M1 is equal to M2, and from this we have proved that the mass of reactant is equal to mass of product. Here M1 is equal to M2 after reaction, and before reaction the masses of the chemicals are equal, means mass is neither created nor destroyed. That we have proved. The first law here we have proved, and in our next lecture we will see the second law of chemical reaction, second law of chemical combination. Okay, so student, read that